Hello everyone, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 5th edition Duo Rogues. Last time we killed the previous sovereign of the Myconoid colony, and then we were on our way out and we were like, maybe we can just like steal some things, and we could not steal those things, so we made a hasty and calculated retreat. And now we're just picking up what few precious things we can from these corpses before we step onto that boat over there. That boat is going to take us over toward Grymforge, an area that I've only been to once previously, so I don't know how much of it's going to be different or changed. But at this time, I'm looking at this fish and fragrant stew, because on our person, I don't believe we have a supply pack at the moment. So if we want to take a long rest, we're going to need to find 40 food, water, or like wine, fish. So I'll spend an extra moment here going through some of these barrels and cages, see if we can find 40 supplies worth of food and drink. Empty mug, unfortunately, not going to do it. Pitcher of beer, 3 camp supplies, is not very much for its weight, unfortunately, but we'll take what we can find. A scroll of detect thoughts is an interesting thing to just have around. Come on, someone have like a great big bushel of fish. There's a water damaged letter.
Here we go.
Any clues for us? A water damage letter imploring the recipient to be cautious around the far shore of the Ebon Lake, as Duergar are rumoured to be prowling the area. Is that like some kind of joke game? Because obviously we would have just been assaulted by all these Duergar.
One day I'll catch a break.
Alright, well it looks like there aren't any more very obvious supplies of food down here. I could go around picking up every precious stone we see, but I'm not going to worry too much about that.
With haste.
So, any last preparations we wish to make before climbing on the boat? Well, we've heard about the Duergar presence. Do
everything looks new.
We want to cast Disguise Self on ourselves? Now, I don't think we get Duergar as an option. We only get the ones that are available to us in the character creation. And so, to that end, we could just go standard dwarf, or we can go with the classic drow, and hope that as we travel across, people won't give us too much of a bad time if we're presenting as a race that would typically be around these parts. So, Astarian's going to get a makeover.
Mutatis mutandis.
And Amunian is going to get some guidance ahead of the trip. And then we're going to hop on this boat. It says that it's red to interact with. Don't know how much of a problem that's going to be as we move on.
The vessel wobbles on the lake's murky waters.
Sail off into the darkness. Find a whole fresh new host of problems at the other side of this lake, I'm sure. Hello.
Elf, what are you doing on Gek's raft?
Well, the player character is clearly leading the conversation, so Astarian's spell might be wasted.
Where's Gek? Who are you?
That would be Gek Cole. We murdered him. Intimidation. In the name of the Absolute, you will let me pass. Deception. I saw a body left by myconoids. Your Gek must be dead. Reach out to the Dwerga's parasite. Or push the Dwargar into the water. Looks like we're not getting our guidance bonus after some time sailing. Deception seems to be our best bet. Or we can try and touch brains, but we haven't really been doing that a lot lately. 15 is a high check. Perhaps now is the occasion for a charm person. Magically charm a humanoid you can see. Once the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed. But that will give us advantage on the check. So let's see how this goes.
Damn. The sergeant will be pissed about her boots. Come on. Let's get you to shore. You're the one telling the sergeant what happened. The rest of you, keep patrolling. I'll be heading back with this one.
You continue forward in silence until the lights of a camp twinkle through the murk.
Is this guy going to know we charmed him now? I don't know how this is going to shake out. The risk of TPKs seems very high. So far, so safe. That only seems ever so slightly over-engineered.
I'll be plowed sideways. We've got a welcoming party.
You shithead! Time you showed up, we got trouble.
Spit it out! Sergeant finally choked on True Soul Near's prick.
Drugno. The twat soul caused a rockfall. Trapped tighter than a ring on a fat finger.
You're shitting me. You pay up?
That's the trouble. He's got the gold on him. Sergeant's arm is falling off with all the gnome slaves she's been beating. Who's the hoon, Grayman? Another slave for the dig.
Don't worry about me. I'll be on my way.
Aye. One of those absolute crackpots. Found the hoon sailing Gek's skiff.
That's so.
You feel the slightest of stirrings in your head. The Dwagar is not infected, yet your minds resonate.
I'll be. You ain't shitting. Felt the tingle. Your twat soul chum owes us a lot of coin. You want through? Make a donation.
Oh god. Like, if I was role-playing, we would not give up our coin. And this guy does not have enough coin for us to trade for anything. We are not giving you coin.
Unclog your hole. Just shitting around.
Okay.
But I'm warning you. That twat soul ain't settled up soon. There'll be hell to pay for the lot of you cult buggers.
Hey, I'm not with them. Alright, so that charm spell is still on him. But he's leaving. We have no direction we can travel in.
Should mind my step.
Over here. Grubby map. On one side of this page, a hand-drawn map depicts a northern grotto bordering the Ebon Lake. An attacker's account marks the other. One of the Durgning shrooms sensed us and split. Chunky one, too. Month's worth of soup at least. The rest were too busy droning to put up a fuss. Near pays us and I'm bolting for the Mantol Dereth. Finn's orders be damned, they got eel steak, mineral mead, and the top land afoot of all sort. Clan can't live on fungus alone. Alright, well I think we're going to get away.
I wanted the easy path.
With not needing to fight this guy that we charmed. Here is an ancient rune circle in case we want to go for a long rest. But otherwise, we're here, we're in Grymforge, we have our life. What we do with it now is up to us. Now, we are just going to have to keep looking out for things that we can pillage that might have food in them, because we're going to need the food to rest eventually.
Whoever built it, they let it rot for ages.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
And other than that, like, we were asked to rescue some gnomes down here. I'm not too bothered about really putting our lives on the line for some gnomes. There's a potion here. I would like it, but it would technically be stealing. Everyone around us is of higher level.
Just out of view. If not over.
But that's mine now. Sure.
Have to keep going.
Backpack, traveler's chests, trunks, and all kinds of strangers. That's where the explosion happened. Plain enough to see. We can head on down here. So there's obviously going to be a lot of small encounters around here.
It's a friendly looking shadow.
How precious I'm going to be about trying to do everything is a whole other story. Did she really just say she would peel their balls like a potato? I do not like that imagery.
Best to stay out of its way.
We've got torches everywhere. These folks are trying to destroy the cave-in. Medium toughness. Can we see what that means? This material is unusually strong. Only a hit that deals 22 damage can damage it. I think that's rules as written. I've used that before when some players were trying to get into a safe and they just couldn't do enough damage. So if we did a crit, we could feasibly do that much damage.
Back on your feet or I'll bite your toes off one by one.
But we would be here for a good while trying to do that.
I'll peel your balls like potatoes if you don't move.
Back there, defaced statue that they, like, if I've learned anything is not to interact with stuff when it's red, otherwise we're just going to piss everybody off.
Clean up this mess.
And so I think what we're going to want to try and achieve is getting the magic lantern that lets us travel into the Underdark.
How much farther
Not the
can I
Underdark,
go?
we're in the Underdark, like the next area. But I don't even know if that area is there for us to explore if we get the lantern that we need. Free jewellery. Map of Moonhaven.
This warning offers a detailed plan to attack the village of Moonhaven, encouraging soldiers to kill in merciless silence.
I wonder why they want them to be silent. Is that just an intimidation tactic, or is there something more to that?
As you look at the skeletons, you realize they are all clad in the same dark armor.
History. +4 from a warped headband of intellect. And we can give ourselves guidance. Weird that it does -1 our intelligence but +4 here. And it does both of them. But I'll take a 16.
Among the various fabrics, you recognize the unmistakable symbol of Shah, the Dark Lady.
Whatever killed them made them an enemy of a powerful goddess. Nah, let's just not linger. I'm fine with not lingering.
Either way, these corpses prove one thing. This is the city Halsin mentioned.
That's the Druid Halsin. Scimitar mold. Now, that stuff would be all well and good, except it's really heavy, and we don't have a place to utilize it yet. These move this ramp here. Not ready to use that. I can't remember where we missed it, but I'm sure we did miss an Amulet of Misty Step that probably would have been really useful to have by now, but too late to go hunting for it now.
Moving ahead.
Let's hop over here.
Light on my friend.
Nothing like an autosave to remind you that death in the threat of it is imminent. Of course, I don't load saves apart from crashes. If we TPK, that's going to be the end of the campaign. And down in these parts, it seems all the more likely. Interesting that we can reach so far through there. Do we want to try and pick through this? Probably. This is our particular skill set, of course. We've got more skeletons.
Wonder if the gods.
And even more. And even more. Not that they're clad in any particular armor or anything that we would want. We've got a red dot on the map hanging out behind this door here. Wine is camp supplies, so we will take it, even if we have to get drunk to get long rested.
Best be on my way.
They're not having a great time, are they? And just candles here. Scrolls. I'll take scrolls. Scroll of Firebolt, Scroll of Mirror Image. I can't remember if Mirror Image is on our spell list or not, but hey, we can always sell this kind of stuff. Undelivered Letter. Master Ketherick, my whip has finally coaxed some particulars from the captive Harper, to which she revealed the location of her stockpile on a rocky overlook. I investigated, but found the chest in question is trapped. Any attempt to open it might break its contents completely. The spy refuses to reveal how to open the chest, even with under the threat of death, only crying Lux Splendor with every lash. Some type of watchword, no doubt. The interrogation continues, and again, please accept my most humble apologies for my earlier oversights. Rest assured, I will not to misidentify any more of my fellow Sharons as spies. May they walk forever in the shadow. Justicar Sybil.
What was that watchword? Lux Splendor. Give a light spell a try. That should get us into that chest.
That would be good if we had the chest.
What path lies before me?
Also, we don't know the light cantrip. We have the dancing lights cantrip available to us in the form of jewellery.
On my way.
Now, is there anything else around these parts that we want? That's a very fancy key.
Moving ahead.
A stone bed just seems like a terrible thing. Shield mold. Neither of us are proficient with shields, so that's not going to do anything for us.
Slow down.
If you remember how the last campaign ended, you might imagine what I won't be doing this time around.
Don't waste a step.
Now, down there is some interesting loot, I think, but getting down there is a bit of a challenge. Question is, are we going to try and pop this door and kill what's inside? As dull as it sounds, I don't think we need anything in there, and at this stage of the campaign,
Best be on my way.
my life is far more precious to me than the possibility of very minor loot. If I'm ever 1 gold short for something, you can blame me for not picking up that 1 gold piece.
Light on my feet.
Over there is an orb of dark vision. We don't need any benefit from that, as races that already have innate dark vision.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
I feel like there isn't very much for gods down here.
I see tracks there. Or footprints. That's worth a look. Bloodied tracks. Quite small, too. A gnome found some trouble here.
Yeah, but did they jump? Because otherwise, I don't know what to make of these.
Bloodied tracks. Quite small, too. A gnome found some trouble here.
Unless they jumped and tried to swim in the water, but that also seems like a terrible plan for us.
Bloodied tracks. Quite small, too. A gnome found some trouble here.
Right, I guess it's time to
Going.
head back on round to the main entrance and then see how we wish to progress.
At the ready.
It's just quite a long loop around, really, but we can jump over here apart from the fact that the levers are on the wrong side, unless this side has levers too. It does not, so we'll be going the long way. We can't use our mage hand to throw the levers as much as I wish we could. Scimitars, warhammers, not stuff that we need.
Break.
So, we're going to have to go the long way round, by the looks of it. There's no way through here, is there? We won't make that jump, I'm sure. Far too far. Can't jump onto this, I guess. And the fool will surely kill us.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Be fun if we were a barbarian that could just rage and fall and survive the full damage. That's where those extra levers were. So we just want to head down this way. So that's the very basic lay of the land. Now we just have to decide how we want to progress.
Slaves are paying the price.
I think if we can get back to the entrance... Over the other side there are the doors directly underneath the ones that we just went through. We might be able to do some more investigating there. Because all we've spent so far are 2 spells. And we still have the benefit of those spells. Or at least one of them. A bunch of little critters. I'm going to leave them be. Don't think we have animal speaking available to us. And this is the way to... I think the place that has the poison smoke that we want to go through that would surely kill us if we tried.
They're starting to rot.
Oh, gross. That is a lot of dead gnomes.
Use it.
Now, this is locked. We don't have a key. Are they going to be mad if we lockpick it? Can we just, you know, let ourselves in?
I say you're scamming the lot of us.
Not with a roll like that, we can't. Do we have... Yeah, we have 9 lockpicks, so...
You wouldn't survive a 10-day on your own.
That'll do it.
I'll give you that.
Moving in.
Alright, while we're here, in relative calm and safety, we will stop there.
The scraps of a nightfall feast.
I've heard of those. A banquet that ends with you murdering someone in Shah's name. Quite the event.
Sounds very much like a Starians thing, doesn't it? Alright, we're going to stop there and then see what the next time brings. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.